EDU Expo 2020. I hope you're all doing well today. My name is Minu and I'll be your host for the session. We are delighted to have Dundalk Institute of Technology with us today, one of Ireland's leading institutes, well known for its industry-focused programs and excellent graduate outcomes. It is a pleasure to welcome our university representative, Mr. Prasenjith Sharma, who will be sharing valuable insights about DKIT. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today.
Yeah, hi, my pleasure.
So you can, I think almost the students participants have been joined. So shall we start the session?
Yeah, we can. So, I mean, I can initially take you through a small presentation, maybe. Just give me some time.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. I'm just having some trouble here. Okay, so are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you see my?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir.
So, guys, welcome to DKIT, short form, Dundalk Institute of Technology. So, basically, this is not exactly near Dublin. It's a little far away. So, we'll just quickly see where is it that this thing is located. Okay. So, is the screen okay, or you want me to make it a little bigger? Is it fine? Okay, I'll take it as a yes. Okay, so basically, DKIT is ranked on the top 10 in the education system. So technically, as you can see in the map, it is roughly around an hour away from Dublin. Dublin is the capital city of Ireland, and being a little away from Dublin means that the obviously living cost, the accommodation charges, the fooding charges would obviously be a little lesser. Okay. So they have 12 months honors bachelor's degree with 24 months with the master's. I mean, so there's a mix of courses that we can do here. So I'll come to it once we proceed. So on an average, the starting salary comes to around 35,000 euros. You get to do part-time work around 20 to 40 hours. So 20 is basically once the academic session is on, and 40 is when basically the academics is under vacation. Okay. So you have internationally recognized qualifications. So that's the most important part. Next is it's a home to over 1,400 overseas companies, or more than 1,000 multinational companies are there which are located here. 9 out of 10 top US technology companies, all of world's top 10 pharmaceutical companies. So very interestingly, if you guys go ahead and choose or see the potential or the most important industries which are there in Ireland. So primarily the first 2 or 3 would be pharmaceutical, medical related, and then it would be engineering, construction, these kind of things. And of course, computing is always there, right? So 14 of top 15 medical technology companies, 8 of 10 industrial automation companies, financial companies, global software companies also. Right. So just an idea as to what kind of companies are there. So as you can see, we have Abbott, we have Citibank, we have Indeed, IBM. In fact, I guess you guys also have your account created, the networking account created in LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is also headquartered in Ireland. Right? So what do you understand by skill shortage? Now here what we understand is that these countries, they do a survey and understand that what are these shortages in terms of the skills that we have for the upcoming next 10 years. Right? So this is what the overall understanding comes. It's in terms of computing systems, computing technology, then is engineering, financial service, health, media design, international sales. So these are the major places where they feel they have a shortfall in terms of skills. Okay. Now a little bit about the institute. So that's the picture right on the right hand side. It was established in 1970. Roughly around 5,000 students, of which around 10% is international students. Around 500 staff, 70 plus bachelor's and master's programs. So technically, once we get into this, you'll see majority is bachelor's, master's is pretty less. Campus is roughly a 90-acre, 36 hectares. So as you can see, this is where Dundalk is located. It's a little away from, it basically is in between Belfast and Dublin. Okay. What is Dundalk? Now, Dundalk, we basically see that it's the second largest town in Ireland. It has easy access from Dublin, Belfast, and Dublin International Airport. Great quality of life, very safe and friendly place to live, low cost of living. Internationally recognized clusters, in the sense we mean that in financial services, existing and emerging technologies, engineering, life sciences, as well as food manufacturing. So that's a quick understanding. Now, these are some of the buildings that we can see, starting with main reception, admission office, regional development center, engineering and science, business humanities, and so on. So different building, different kind of campus. Okay, I would request you to see number 14. As you can see, it's on-campus student accommodation. So basically, there is also a little bit of scholarship that you get, additional scholarship that you get if you are opting for an on-campus accommodation. Okay, so that's something unique about this. So these are some of the program areas that we talk about, the disciplines. So there's business and humanities, under which we have business, accounting and finance, humanities, hospitality. Then we come to engineering, wherein we have civil, mechanical, electrical, construction, renewable energy. Next is health and science, pharma, science, biosciences. Very interestingly, we have informative and creative arts, wherein we have computing. Then we have music, creating media, as well as data analytics. So this data analytics this year has changed to data science. So these are some of the programs that you will be going through. We'll come to that. So program list I'll be sharing separately. And now this is just an idea trying to give you an idea regarding the new programs and the new requirements that we have. So as we see, bachelor's technically is around for 4 years, right? So if a student is going for bachelor's in Ireland, it will be roughly for duration 4 years. Now we also have something called an add-on. So that will actually be for a year. Okay, now as we can understand that on the right hand side next to the program, you can see something written as level. So level here basically means that level 8 is the bachelor's that they require, which is of 4 years. And then in order to proceed to level 9, so basically level 9 is the master's. So you have to be have completed level 8 in order to go for the master's. Right. Okay, let's go back one through. So as I was just showing you, B honors, there are some programs which are add-on, which is for a year. We have programs which is honors, which is again for 3 years, right? So that's bachelor's plain. Then we have bachelor's honors, and we also have bachelor's add-on, right? Some programs with some specific requirements. So these are different kind of requirements that we have. Say, for example, mathematics and data science. We require maths, computing, engineering, mechanical engineering. These all require maths, right? Nutrition and health, as you can see, they also require a little higher, but higher marks scores in terms of your IELTS. Okay. Be honors and arts, it's the highest. They require 7.5. So these are some of the specific requirements. So I'll keep on guiding you. So once we talk about pathways, we see that international foundation programs is initial when we start. So foundation program is for those students who are pretty weak in terms of the marks, also weak in terms of the English skills. Followed by this, we move into the UG program, which is direct or business entry, which is 3 years, and 3 to 4 years for an honors bachelor's degree. Right. Finally, we come to postgraduate, which is master's. So now a few particular reasons as to why should a student choose DKIT. Okay, so now you could say it's an institute. Now the first big information that is not written here is that going forward by next year, DKIT will become an university. And the first reason is, of course, the work placement, which we very easily can transform into a different word as an ROI. So I'm spending so much money going there and studying as well as staying there. So what is my return? So obviously you get work placements. Second is central location from Dublin and Belfast. Fantastic links with the industry, degree and master's program, various programs to choose from. Career office, medical center, nurse on campus. The class size is really small, which basically means the attention would be better. Problem solving, critical thinking, teamwork, all of this is there. There's Sama Wu, who's the in charge of pickup and international welcome days. She'll be arranging all your accommodation, all your pick up and drop from the airport. So all these help are obviously there. All these support are there. So we also have 60 plus sports clubs and cultural societies, starting from foundation to pre-session. English programs are also there. So, to improve your accommodation is, of course, 50% cheaper than Dublin, as I already mentioned at the very beginning. Since it's not in Dublin, so it will obviously be a lot more cheaper. Scholarships, yes, are available. So most of them are based on merit, and some of them are also based on the fact that you choose an on-campus accommodation. Needless to say, safe, welcoming, as well as friendly campus, state-of-the-art sports campus, multinational employers in the region. So majority, all the reasons have been listed here. So now we see in terms of employment or further education. So 77 have 73% have permanent contracts. Permanent contracts here means that the company is interested to keep you with them even once your tenure is over. So tenure here basically means 1 year for bachelor's and 2 years for master's. 91% are employed in Ireland, 93% within the region. So that's entire Europe we are talking about. Right? So placement is pretty high. Needless to say, of course, we have students coming from across the globe. Any place you name, there are students there. So we've already discussed some of the services which are available in the campus: a bank, large library, theatre, 60 plus sports club, cultural societies, sports facilities. Sports is pretty serious at DKIT. So anybody who's into sport will be loving this. So restaurants and cafes. So all everything that you can think and need are available. Great. The office basement, health unit, counseling sections, student learning development, everything is there. Majorly, September is the only intake that we have. So this upcoming September is when we are looking at applications and sending across students. So this is just an approximate idea as to requirements for foundation. Then bachelor's is you can take it as approximately around 60%, 65%. PG is again around 60%. So 60 is what we normally look at. We can also judge a little higher than 55 or maybe 57% also. So that will be at the discretion of the international team. Yeah, but we can, of course, go ahead and try. Right. Okay. So this is the English requirement. So basically, they take 4 documents, which is IELTS, TOEFL, PT, Cambridge. They don't take Duolingo. So my suggestion to you would technically be in the initial 3, which is IELTS, which is TOEFL, which is PTE. Now, if some of you might think that we need to know this, then maybe you can just quickly take a screenshot or maybe a picture. This will be with you. So I'll just hold here for maybe 10 more seconds. Okay. So now, moving forward, academic merit is roughly 1,000 euros, which is if you get 1,000, if you get 80% plus in high school. So this is now actually 70%. And postgraduate, if you get 60%, you can earn an additional scholarship. Patient discount is 1,400 euros. Sibling discount means that you have started your studies here and you also have a brother or sister there. So there's an additional 1,000 euros, which is as a scholarship discount. Right? Now, we were talking about accommodation. So it is limited to 150 students initially. The quicker, the better. Right? Only available for those starting a degree from year 1. Okay, so that is basically for majorly for the bachelor students and not for students who have a lateral entry or maybe who enter into the add-on. So technically it's from the first year. Okay, so countries which are not eligible, we don't need them. Countries which are eligible, of course, India is there. So that is good for us. Okay. So undergraduate to masters, if you continue masters from undergraduate, you get additional 30% discount on the master's fee. Progression from higher diploma to masters is additional 10%. And I have a bad throat. I'm really sorry for that. So this is just an approximate estimation regarding the fees. So UG is roughly at around 11,000. Masters is roughly around 12,500. Living expenses around 10,000 euros a year, including fooding and accommodation. Okay, so 10,000 is what you should look at for a year. A visa, yes, of course, we need a visa, and it's absolutely important. So that is where most of the time we get difficulty in terms of getting visa. So that's a tough question there. So we'll come to the visa part of it. So some of the type of accommodations that we see: hall of residence, private house rentals, homestay, dedicated accommodations in DKIT. Right? So these are some of the places where you can stay. Okay, how do you apply? Of course, you apply through and then that will come to me. Right. So more or less that was that. And if there is any particular question that you have, then maybe we can go ahead. Yes, so can we go ahead with any questions? We know anybody has any doubts, questions, or you want some other information, then we can go through that also.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for the informative presentation. Now we will move on to the question and answer session. Students, this is a great opportunity. So please feel free to ask your queries directly, or you can post your questions in the chat box. Sir, sir.
Yeah, I can see the message. I'm just reading it. I'll answer, don't worry. Okay, so Ria will be answering. She's just going to answer on my behalf because I'm having a really bad throat.
So hi, this is Ria. So as per the question, Santosh is asking that he is 39 years old. He is having experience in aerospace and industry and medical device manufacturing, and also I can see that the student is having 11 backlogs. So the thing is, in Dundalk Institute of Technology, only 2 to 3 backlogs are accepted in last qualification. So as the student is having this number of backlogs, so he is not actually eligible for DKIT, but he can try in other universities which accepts more than 10 backlogs, that
Yeah,
is
more number
University
of
of
backlogs.
Galway. Yeah, University of Galway and University College Cork.
Yeah, but the type of course you're looking for, that is, of course, available there, and it is one of the leading programs in Ireland. So you can obviously try it, but in maybe some other institution, please.
Yes, and as they are the one of the best universities and top in universities also, so you can get variety of courses in those universities.
Okay, guys, we're waiting. Please go ahead with your questions. Anybody, any doubts? Anything that you want to know specific? Meaning you can ask the students to go ahead. Maybe they're feeling a little shy.
Students, if you have any doubts, please ask.
Okay, guys, so let me tell you that.
Sir, there is one question is there.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so we have a course which is agricultural biotechnology. So which is there for this upcoming intake. Okay, Alfina, living expense, as we mentioned, since you're not in Dublin, so basically it would be roughly around 10 to 11,000 euros. So, I mean, considering 11,000 is a safer option for you. So keep in mind around 11,000 euros a year. So I was mentioning something regarding the visa part where we saw that yes, we need a visa. So basically, if your marks are proper, if the number of backlogs are not very high, so we can obviously get an offer from any of the institutions in Ireland. Right? So that is not a bigger challenge. The bigger challenge is in terms is basically cracking the visa. So it's not that everybody will be getting a visa call or an interview, but most of the time you should be prepared that you will be getting a call for some clarification. Now, where do students majorly get stuck? Let me just quickly tell you. First is Now, if you're doing bachelor's, so after your bachelor's is complete, you get to stay back for a year and work or maybe do further studies. Okay. So, as far as master's is concerned, they have roughly 2 years of option to stay back. So, bachelor's is a year, and master's is 2 years. Now, what happens is they very trickily ask you that your 2 years is about to expire. What do you do? The students very enthusiastically say that, okay, we want to get an extension and we would be happy to talk to our organization so that they can give us an extension so that we can stay back more. So that is the first place that you get stuck because you don't say that we stay back. You have to tell them that no, my tenure is over. I've studied, I've worked for 2 years. Now I want to go back to my country. So that is technically what we should say. So that is important. That's number one. Number two, let's assume you have done probably some course which is related to uh, BCom. Okay, let's assume you've done something related to commerce. Now you're going for an MBA program. So they will question you. You've been doing programs related to accounts and finance. Now, why do you want to move to business management? So you have to justify that course. You have to justify that understanding, right? Now, say for example, I had a student come across to me one day, and it was during one of the events, and this guy he said, "Sir, I have completed my 12." Followed by that, this is also for you. So followed by that, I completed my chartered accounting. So basically, qualification was 12. After that, CA, and he's been working for the past 5 years. Right now, the point is, he is asking me, "Am I eligible to travel?" So, Meenu, what do you think? Is this guy eligible to travel? So, this is for our students, everybody who's here. What is your thought? Class 12, CA, 5 years. So, CA is technically one of the most difficult courses of our country, one of the top ranked, right, Meenu? So, what is your thought? Any idea, Meenu? No?
Sir,
Yeah, I asked you something. Did you hear? Were you able to hear what I said?
sir, could you please tell me once again?
Okay, so what I was just mentioning is that normally what happens is the student has to go ahead and justify which program is the student traveling for, is going for. Okay. Now, after that, I was giving an example that in one of the events, I had a student come across to me who was, are you able to hear clearly? Minu, are you able to hear?
Sir, I can't hear you properly. Sir. Your sound is breaking, I think.
I don't know. Can you increase your volume maybe? Can you just try increasing your volume? Because I'm absolutely, my microphone is in front of my mouth.
Yeah, my sound is actually almost full.
Okay, that's fine. Anyway, so let's go ahead. As I was just mentioning that the student was from a chartered accounting background. Now the student wants to know if he's eligible to travel to Ireland for a master's. So this is the kind of explanation that you need to give is that yes, you're eligible considering the program that you're going for. Now this guy wanted to go ahead for a data analytics program. Okay, which means the student is from the hardcore accounting and the accounting program, accounting and finance program. Now the student wants to go ahead and develop himself technologically. Okay, so this is where this is the kind of responses we need to give in order to crack the visa, right? So going ahead, we'll just answer a couple of questions that we have. Okay, college provide accommodations. Yes, of course they do provide accommodations. Okay, Ria's also already mentioned. And on, yeah, okay, Ria's also answered. 4 years will I get offer to the final year? I didn't actually understand your question. What? Bachelor of Engineering of 4 year duration, will I get an offer? Oh, so you want to get into the last year? Yes, of course you can, depending on whatever you have been doing currently. So this will be at the discretion of the international team. So you need to send across your transcripts, all your documents, and then we'll do a academic check and let you know. But yeah, hopefully we should be able to. We should be able to get into year 4. Right? Others, please. Yeah, most welcome. Others, please, your questions. See, there's no harm in asking a question, right? You guys need to understand. So please go ahead. Don't worry. Any questions is okay. It's acceptable.
Sir, I think
You think my presentation was too good? Everybody knows what to do. Okay, we'll wait. No problem. No worries. You guys can think of some questions and let us know. So as I was just mentioning, that getting an offer in Ireland is not very difficult overall, because if you have your marks, proper marks are good. English is mandatory, as you know. So if your English score is good, you can obviously get an offer. But the bigger challenge actually comes in terms of cracking the visa. So I've already given you two examples. One is you need to make sure that you tell them that, no, I want to go back to my country. Second is you have to justify the course you're going for. And third, a lot of times they ask, so why is this program that you're choosing? Why not some other program? Or maybe why is this college that you're choosing, university you're choosing, maybe not some other university? So these are some of the questions that you need to be prepared. Now, if we understand better, this one particular document which will answer all these questions, which is known as an SOP. So your SOP has to be really strong. SOP is statement of purpose. That has to be really strong. It cannot be AI generated. It has to come out of your brain. So that means if you take 1 month working on your SOP, that's even worth it. Go through various examples of SOP, samples of SOP, and create your own SOP. That's the way you can go ahead. Right? So anything else, please let us know.
Sir, I think we have covered all the questions from the students.
Yeah, probably. But even then, we'll still wait for a couple of minutes.
So shall we wind up the session, sir? I think almost the
Yeah,
questions.
Ria is just answering the last question.
Okay. How much? There is one more question in the chat box, sir. Is there any public health program?
Yeah, we saw that. Ria is answering. Yeah, so basically there is. It's only for bachelors. Anything else? Any last questions, please? I don't think so. Any more questions in there.
Thank you. Sir, I think no more queries are left.
Yeah, that is what it seems like.
So shall we wind up the session?
Yeah, of course we can.
Yes, sir.
So you can get in touch with me, and anything you require, presentation or any other documents, do let me know.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to share such valuable information about DKIT. And a big thank you to all the students and participants for joining the session. If you have any further queries, our team will be happy to assist you after the session. Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Most welcome. Thanks. Bye. Thank you, Ria.
And